All right, everybody out there trying to escape California. My name is Richard. I've been doing car hauling since 2009. Man, some of the sad stories I hear from you guys. Anyway, politicians are the worst creatures on the planet. Right below them are auto shipping brokers, and then maybe behind that's auto transport drivers. But anyway, I got some information for you. All right, here we go. So I got into this in 2009. I did Enclosed. That's a 6-car liftgate trailer. I ran it, owned it for several years. That's a liftgate on the back for really low, high-end cars. That's the safest way to transport, and there's no ramps going up or anything. Then I did a 2-car Enclosed. It has a very small, low ramp here, but there's no stacking in there, no car above or below yours. The typical way to ship, though, is open car, which is what I've been doing until last April. I took off for a few months to move out of California and travel the country with my wife. Talk about brokers. Ranger Auto Relocation, they've been really good to me. There's a lot out there, but we'll talk more about that. Central Dispatch, that's the main website where we all get our loads and where the brokers post everything. All right, so shoot, I got so much here. Let me see what I can rattle off in a few minutes. So there's customers, that's you want to ship your car. There's carriers, that's the guy that holds the steering wheel that drives the truck with your car on it. And then there's brokers in the middle. Just like cops and firemen and school teachers, there's some really good ones and there's a lot of bad ones out there. You need information and you need money to get your car shipped correctly and efficiently. Do not go with the low bid. The low bid, oh my gosh. Okay, so here's kind of how it works. So you go on Google and you look up a car shipping broker, and they're all rated. Everyone's rated on Central. I've been on Central since 2009. I have a 100% rating, which is pretty hard to do, especially hauling Enclosed. I'm not perfect, only Jesus is, but I've made very few mistakes. And when you do make a mistake, you take care of it. You pay for it, you do the insurance claim, pay for the scratch, apologize, whatever you got to do. Anyway, so it's a rating thing, just like on eBay. UShip. UShip's another system out there. I believe all you guys can post on there, but just a lot of flakes and I don't know. It's a lot of different reasons we're not real happy with it. Plus they charge a lot. I think they take 22% or something out of each of our cuts. On Central Dispatch, when I got into it in 2009, there was 14 to 18,000 cars available to be shipping at any given moment. 3 or 4 years ago, it was up to 65, 70,000 cars. And when I got off Central Dispatch in April, there was around 50 or 60,000 cars. The reason why there's so many cars on there basically is because the brokers convince you, the customer, that you can ship your car for less than you really can. He'll tell you can ship it across the country for $700. You get your credit card, you get your confirmation, and you get your deposit, and then they post it. And a week or two later, when you're all pissed off, he explains to you that there's no trucks in the area, fuel's gone up, whatever reason, and now you need to throw him another few $100. Okay, you don't need to play that game and get stuck with that because you're trying to move and schedule things. 80-90% of those cars on Central will not get a phone call. That's because location. Maybe they're in Minot, North Dakota. Sorry, Minot people. Maybe they're in Minot in January and it's snowing. But the biggest reason is money. The stuff's just not priced high enough. There's different brokers. So I just took these off Google. So that's a guy. I'm going to say he's a broker. He's drunk, he's high, and he's on his couch with a laptop. And he's a broker. He might be dispatching your car. You don't want that. Here's a professional running out of business with a laptop, checking insurance, checking carrier ratings, doing all that stuff. So kind of need to find out who you're dealing with. All right, let me look at my list here again. Okay, so things you need to know. How much are you paying the broker? What does the broker charge? Don't be shy, ask him. What is your broker fee? So if you go to ship your car, like this car here, let's say that thing got shipped and I accepted it for $1,000. They may have told the customer, you, that they would ship that car for $1,600. And they posted it on the web board. I ended up getting it for $1,000. The broker keeps $600. You don't know that. So ask the broker, what is your brokerage fee? How much are you guys going to make and how much is the trucker going to get? What I think I would prefer, or at least on both ends actually, is tell the broker, hey, I'd really prefer to pay you your broker fee and I'll pay the driver on delivery. Truck drivers live in trucks away from home for a long time in stinky parking lots and a lot of other nasty things. Part of the reason they do that is for cash. It's a big cash business. So when your vehicle gets posted, if that car gets posted for $1,000 in billing, where I know I'm going to get paid from the broker in 15 or 20 days or maybe 30 days or 40 days, or sometimes they don't even pay us at all and they go out of business, or I know I'm going to get paid my $1,000 in cash on delivery. Which one am I going to call on? I'm calling on the cash posting. Anyway, so I do recommend that. All right. It's your car, your keys, and your money. So you can call the shots. You can tell the broker, I want a top load only. Top loads can get scratches. They can get hail damage. Cars on the bottom seem to get the worst of it to me. They get more rock damage from the trucks, and they get mostly oil and stuff leaking out of the cars above. So you can tell them, I want a top load, or, if you don't care, that's fine. You can tell them, hey, I want to pay the trucker on delivery. If they try and insist on, oh, no, we'll pay the trucker, that's because they're trying to get a lot more money than they're telling you. They're posting your car for $500 and they're trying to keep $1,000 of it. And I've had that happen. I had one car I delivered, $2,800 COD. I got $1,400 and I had to send $1,400 to the broker. Let's see. You can tell the broker, say, hey, I want a trucker with a minimum of 5 years experience on Central Dispatch, or 3 years, or whatever you want. Tell them I want a carrier that has a minimum 99% rating. Why would you want a carrier with a 72% rating? So tell the broker that it might take longer for you to get a truck, because maybe the first 4 calls that come in on your Lexus there, the broker says, hey, all right, yeah, you're calling on the Lexus. How long you been on Central? What's your rating? Or actually, a good broker will look it up. They'll just type it in the computer, and the broker will say, hey, sorry, you've been on Central for 2 years and you have a 85% rating. My customer wants a higher rating. So you call the shots. You tell them what you want. Let's see here. I gotta be careful here, but, you can, if you want the broker and or the trucker to speak your language, tell them that. I want English speaking or Spanish speaking or whatever. There's a lot of drivers out there now that are not speaking English at all. I've had stuff shipped myself and we have to end up texting or whatever. And anyway, sorry, I'll quit going on that. The things I would demand, I would tell them, I want communication. Communication is the #1 problem in this business. Tell them I want 2 days notice. Give me a 2-day window when the car's going to be there. I want to notice a day ahead of time, and I want an AM or PM notice. These trucker drivers, you don't hear from them for 5 or 6 or 7 days, and all of a sudden they text you, I'll be there in 20 minutes. BS on that. No. Communication. These truck drivers will make it sound like, well, you gotta be there in 20 minutes or you're not getting your car. No, he's full of crap. Okay. The last thing this trucker wants is to have your car on his trailer, because he's already got another car going in that spot in a couple hours. So, don't let him push you around like that. Okay. The reason why there's so many cancellations and stuff is because the broker has talked you into shipping your car. He's told you $700 to ship that car, and it sits on Central for a week or 2, and then finally the broker says, oh, there's no trucks in the area, we got to bump it up $200 or $300. He knew that. He just told you the $700 or whatever the low bid was to get you hooked. So don't always believe the low bid on there. A good carrier, let's see, did I show you this already? Reindeer Auto Relocation. They've been really good to me. They're very, very strict. They're a little tough to work with as a carrier because they're so strict, but I like that. They will call me every single day. Where are you at? Are you still on schedule? Do you still plan on delivering Mrs. Johnson's car on Tuesday afternoon? I mean, they're really on top of it, and that's what you need. That's what a broker's for. Check the insurance, check the ratings, check the scheduling, make sure you're on your way. Most carriers don't do that. They get your deposit, give you the trucker's phone number or email, and then off they go. All right, let's see. Truckers make money when they're rolling, not when they wait. You need to be as available as possible. Truckers don't like to wait. He will not wait 4 or 5 hours for you to get off work most of the time. They're on an ELD, electronic logging device. It's go, go, go. So you got to be ready to have that car picked up, and you got to be ready when they say they're going to be there on Tuesday between 10 and noon or whatever. You really got to be available. If this truck here, and this one's not real tall, but some of these carriers are as high as 14 feet tall. So most truckers won't go into neighborhoods. I mean, can you absolutely guarantee a trucker that from the highway to your house, there's absolutely positively no tree branches that are under 14 feet, you can't. And he doesn't want all these top cars scratched up. So most carriers are going to want to pick up and probably deliver near the highway. Home Depot, a Walmart, a big parking lot, truck stops are perfect, rest areas are really good. Churches are not so good, neither are schools, because we get thrown out of there all the time. So keep that in mind. On the shipping, when the carrier's there, hopefully when he's watching you, you go around and you take pictures. He's probably taking pictures too, and he should take a bunch of notes on a bill of lading. It's either electronic or it's on paper, but the bill of lading, it should show how many keys you're giving him, what the mileage is on there, where the chips and scratches and dings are on there. You should get a copy of that before he leaves. And then when they deliver it, you need to have your copy, either electronically or on paper. And don't nitpick it. You don't want to rip anybody off. You don't want to be unfair about a little swirl mark or a little chip that maybe you guys didn't see together or something. But you need to look at all your wheels and tires for gouges. Look at your roof. See these cars? Roofs can get dented and dinged pretty easily. Look at your mileage before he goes. Why is there 120 extra miles on your car? Did you get the right number of keys? Look underneath your car. Did it look like it got high-centered or scraped? Check out your interior. As far as shipping stuff in there, there's different laws on it. Basically, most brokers will tell people you can't ship stuff in your cars. If you can, they'll tell you 50 or 100 pounds, but there's states like Nevada. I had a buddy of mine to get pulled over in Nevada because the NHP was following a truck like this, and he saw a bunch of stuff in the car. Pulled the trucker over, made him unload the car, and they tore this guy's car apart. They went through all the boxes and bags and actually took door panels off. So either don't ship anything in your car or ask if you can put stuff in the trunk or down low on the floorboard. Everybody has different takes on that. On delivery, take pictures of it. Spend 4 or 5 minutes. If the trucker's in a big giant hurry, maybe there's damage and he's hoping you won't see it. You know, you deserve 4 or 5 minutes to go over your car and check out everything on there. Once you sign for it, once you pay for it, it is a done deal. Let's see. Looking at my stuff here. Preferably no night deliveries. That's a great way to hide damage on a car. If a guy's in a big hurry, you don't want to deal with that. He's trying to hide something probably. Be fair with the truck drivers and be swift. These guys are on tough schedules. Tips. If the guy did a good job, you know, man, we love getting $20, $40 tips, $50 tips. When I did enclosed, I was always, every other stop would be $100 to $500 tip. Got a $700 tip from Jason Richardson, the NBA player when he retired. Really cool. But anyway, if there is any issues, do not sign for your car. Do not pay the truck driver till the car is on the ground. Don't let them try and talk you into paying for it or signing for it when it's still in the trailer. Car on the ground. You spend 4 or 5 minutes going over it, check it all out. Once you paid for it, and once you sign that bill of lading, you know, if there's anything on the bill of lading, it's exceptions. You got to write it on there. Hey, there's a new scratch over here. There's a dent here that wasn't here. Write it on the bill of lading before you sign it. That's your final deal. Anyway, like I said, I didn't come here to promote anybody, but Reindeer was really good to me. I don't know the number, but I don't know how many A and Z auto transports, but there was a guy, Aziz, out of A and Z. I think he's down in LA somewhere. He was always good and fair. Anyway, there's a lot of good transport stories, but the biggest reason people get frustrated is the broker will talk you into a low price. They've talked you into shipping your car for $900. So now this trucker's got 5 cars he's putting on his trailer, and the lowest paying one is yours. It pays $900. And a day before he's going to pick yours up, guess what he sees on the load board? He sees ones for $1,400 or $1,500. So mysteriously, his truck breaks down, and he has to cancel your $900 car, and he calls up and takes the $1,400 or $1,500 car. They're money whores. That's what people are. It's business, right? But if you had paid $1,200 or $1,300, paid a good fair rate to start with, he wouldn't be canceling yours and getting another dispatch for another $100 or $200. So anyway, you can call 5 brokers and they'll give you different prices, but it's going to go for a certain number. I mean, a car going from San Diego to St. Louis is going to go for X amount. If that X amount for the trucker, it's going to be right around, I'm just making these numbers up. Let's say it's $1,100 or $1,200. You can post it for $900 all day. It's going to take a long, long time before some desperate trucker wants to get it someday. If you're really in a timely situation, you can tell the broker, hey, I got a car that needs to be picked up on next Tuesday between noon and 5. You can get that done. Post that car for $2,000 or $2,200 or $1,800 or whatever. Truckers will chase money and they'll do good work for it. But the low bid, it just causes problems. You're going to get canceled too many times. Anyway, hope that helps. I'll try and look if you have any specific questions in the comments. But there you go. Ask for ratings. Ask for ratings. You know, what's the rating on this trucker? Or tell them you want a highly rated trucker. All right, good luck.